Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And on today's Going In Raw News Brief, does the WWE consider The Fiend a good guy? Was Aleister Black slated to win gold? The Rattlesnake gets a documentary, and we preview NXT and AEW. But first, will MJF turn on Chris Jericho? He says no. Larson, what's in the news?
Actually, quite a bit today, but first, so we got Full Gear coming up on Saturday, and pretty much everybody expects. Yeah, we're going to be doing a reaction live stream to that, aren't we? Yeah?
Yeah, I'll be there for that for sure. Sorry I missed the election stream last night.
No, you were there last night. Thanks for everybody who turned out for our election night live stream. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Still waiting to see how all that falls into place.
Yep.
Anyways, back to Full Gear, back to AEW. So pretty much everyone expects MJF to turn on Chris Jericho at some point, maybe as soon as this Saturday. It seems inevitable that it's going to happen.
Yes.
And so MJF was asked about potentially turning on Jericho or the New Order during Inner Circle. I say New Order.
The New Order?
The New Order.
The New World Organization of Wrestling.
He was asked about that during an interview with Wrestling Inc.'s Nick Houseman, and this is what MJF had to say, quote, "That is furiously ridiculous. I want to make something perfectly clear because I see these things. I see them on Twitter and on and the Instagram, like he says, the Instagram, and Facebook and the Reddit. I'm not trying to turn on Chris Jericho. I'm not trying to turn on Inner Circle, not New Order. I'm not trying to turn on Sammy or Jake. I'm not trying to have them join some new crazy crew. That is not my intention." He continues. I feel that people love to read in between the lines. Pro wrestling fans genuinely do a lot. They'll try to guess what's going to happen next, and when that doesn't happen, they get upset and they throw a little fit. Oh, this thing I want to happen didn't happen. Unfortunately, for all these people that think they're dealing with this type of scenario in their head where there's going to be a turn, there is no turn. The reason I turned on Cody Rhodes because Cody Rhodes turned on me first. Chris Jericho is a good person. I'm a good person. I'm ready to do good business with Chris Jericho.
Unlike a lot of wrestling Twitter after Chris Jericho's comments on Twitter last night during the election. Idiot. What an idiot. Anyways, this is cool, man. This is some good promotion here for Full Gear. That should be a lot of fun.
Good promotion for a turn on Chris Jericho is what this
is. Notice also, he doesn't say, I'm not trying to have them join some new crazy crew. That's not my intention. I think he's going to get in and then squeeze Jericho out.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho's going to hope that he's a political person because he's not going to handle MJF squeezing him out of the Inner Circle, his particular party. Anyways. So yeah, Full Gear should be fun.
It should be fun. Should be fun.
This is interesting stuff. So generally speaking, when one's character is regarded as being an unstoppable horror movie antagonist, they wouldn't really be considered a good guy, but that's seemingly not the case within the WWE. PW Insider is reporting that Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss are both official babyfaces on the Raw roster. So we've heard in the past that they have like the roster sheet breakdowns, and it says who's good guy.
It's like a cultaholic tiered list.
Mm-hmm. And who's bad guy. And yeah, apparently it's tiered. We've heard that before. PW Insider adds that given the nature of the Fiend character, obviously he's not a babyface in the traditional sense. So it feels like maybe at this point, Bray Wyatt, I think it probably just is based off the nature of it's easier to organize feuds if you have, okay, well, who can we match this guy up and who can we match this guy up or this girl up with this girl? And in the case of Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss, now that she's part of the Firefly Funhouse, it's like, okay, well, he's obviously got his eyes on Randy Orton, who at this point is a rudo, a heel, if you will. Yes. And so it's just fun to see. It's fun to learn about these little behind the scenes type things.
I know. I want to see one of these tiered lists. I want to see these.
I agree. Yeah,
you know, you got
it's probably the unimpressive.
Yeah, I know. It's the A baby faces. You know, you got 2 or 3 names in each division.
Yeah.
The B baby faces, heels, and then everybody else probably.
Where would Boss Haas fall on that particular roster?
Oh, at one point he was A tier heel, man.
What about Funhouse?
Oh, A tier babyface, of course.
What's better than A tier? So anyways, that's kind of interesting. Also kind of interesting was the idea that Aleister Black at one point was apparently supposed to win the U.S. title. Larson, what's this about?
So Zelina Vega appeared on a recent episode of Lillian Garcia's Chasing Glory podcast and mentioned that Aleister Black, her husband, was at one point planned to take the U.S. title off Andrade, and that was supposed to happen instead of Apollo Crews winning the title. This is what she had to say. Initially, we were supposed to drop I said our, oh my God, it was the title. Yes, that one, the United States Championship. We were supposed to drop that to Aleister, and we were going to add the element of my confusion into it. It didn't end up happening. Obviously, one got hurt, another whole thing. But yeah, I wanted to keep the reality of people believing that more than anything else. So it's nice to keep it just for us, but also to keep the storylines fresh and believable as possible. I guess the confusion aspect was, given that Aleister and Zelina are married.
Yeah.
The confusion about, what is Zelina's, she's Andrade's business associate.
Yeah.
Yet, if they want to bring in the real life relationship between Aleister and Zelina into it, how that would all work out. I'm assuming that's what she's referring to.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I wonder if voice tone and inflection are playing a role here with this quote, because it is kind of all over the map. But yeah, dude, what a bummer for Aleister Black. He was going to win that U.S. title, and then he didn't. And I think that, finding a way, I don't know, man. I don't know. Their characters on screen are so diametrically different people. I'm not sure. You would need some real good, like SmackDown level creative or some NXT or AEW level creative to maybe pull that one off believably. I'm not sure you could do that on Raw, but yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, in a thing with Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley, Aleister Black, dude, I don't know, man. For me, it might actually be, he might have actually overtaken Bob Roode in my eyes as the biggest in terms of potential versus where he landed or where he is. Aleister Black, like, dude, they really, really dropped the ball from where he was in NXT to where he is now. It is super disheartening.
So I'm looking at the timing of this. So Apollo Crews won the U.S. title on May 25th. And so I was curious if Aleister got put into the Rey Mysterio program in lieu of U.S. title program. And it does match up because Aleister seemingly got involved in the Rey Mysterio storyline around mid-May.
What an absolute waste. What a huge waste. And you know what, man? I think he seems like a decent kid, I guess, and he's a good young wrestler. But like all those spotlight matches that Dominic Mysterio had, I'm not saying that you could plop Rey and Aleister Black in there because obviously he's not Rey Mysterio's son. But like all just to re-sign Rey Mysterio, who hasn't really wrestled in like how long now because of injury. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's
SummerSlam.
That's a massive dropping of the ball there. And now we get this Murphy. I mean, at least Murphy's getting TV time, but man, I don't care about this Murphy Aaliyah nonsense. Anyways, this should be
something
fun.
We could care about, though. Talk about this, Steve.
Big time, and I wish this was actually the crew that was doing maybe the Vince one. Last week, we learned that WWE and Netflix were working on that Vince McMahon documentary, but that might not be the only high-profile project they have in the works. During an interview with Chris Van Vliet, Lillian Garcia mentioned that the producers of The Last Dance, of course, the amazing, fantastic incredible Michael Jordan documentary, are working on a documentary about the Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin. These transcripts come to you via Wrestle Talk. WWE contacted me and they said the producers from The Last Dance are going to reach out to you. They want you in their documentary. It's crazy because when I got the message, I was literally just watching The Last Dance documentary. I said, Jake, I'm literally watching your documentary right now. This is amazing. I come to find out they want to do a documentary for Stone Cold Steve Austin, and it's coming out next year. Oh, hell yeah. I'll watch the crap out of this, man.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
That'd be great.
Heck yeah.
That'd be really good.
That'd be awesome.
I hope they give him an iPad during to get reactions for people.
Heck yeah, man.
I
want a bunch of gifable moments from
yes,
from Stone
exactly.
Cold.
Exactly.
We got NXT and AEW tonight. On NXT, this is what's in the official preview courtesy of WWE.com. First item here, Ember Moon to square off with Dakota Kai after Vicious Attack.
All right. Tommaso Ciampa is going to go one-on-one with the Velveteen Dream in a figure out what your angle's supposed to be match.
I guess so. Shotzi Blackheart to face hand-picked opponent Toni Storm. That'll be really good.
That will be really good. Kushida looks to continue his winning streak against Cameron Grimes, which will probably result
to the moon
with some Dexter Lumis shenanigans.
Yeah, you would think so. You'd think so. We got the Go Home show for Full Gear tonight.
Ooh, should be a good one.
We got Sammy Guevara and Ortiz taking on MJF and Wardlow. Of course, if MJF and Wardlow win. Oh wait, no, that's Full Gear. Never mind. This is a momentum match, essentially.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you can't beat Ortiz and Sammy, who aren't even a tag team,
you got no business.
I mean, neither is MJF and Wardlow, but man, those guys are great. And then you got Scorpio Sky versus Sean Spears. Kind of feel like this should have been on like the kickoff show of Full Gear, or at least made the card somehow.
Yeah, no, I mean, they bumped up Orange Cassidy and John Silver to the main card.
Oh, to the main card, really? Huh?
Yeah, I saw that.
Also,
go ahead.
Miro versus Trent.
That'll be fun.
The tag teams are having a match at Full Gear, right? Miro and Kip versus Best Friends.
Announced?
Is that a thing? No, it's not a thing.
I didn't notice.
How are they going to fill 5 hours of pay-per-view time? Because you know that shit's going to.
Hopefully they won't.
You're right.
Let me double check here. Not on the main card. No.
Oh wow.
It could be announced for a kickoff.
Okay.
Mox and Eddie Kingston will have a face-to-face confrontation. Highlight of the show, in my estimation, is the next entry here. We're gonna hear from Pac,
the Bastard Pac, and then we're gonna have Chris Jericho on commentary, but no political commentary because he's not a political guy.
Well, he also evidently, based on that one tweet, he has no idea what he's talking about.
It's a good thing he's not a political guy, even though he had Donald Trump Jr. on his podcast. Anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Enjoy tons of bonus videos, including patron-only live shows, gameplay, and vintage 10 for the wins, access to podcast question threads, the Friendo Care Package, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson.